Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Night Takeaway Show. As you see on there, I put take one because obviously last week I had to cancel, so apologies for that. And even tonight coming back was a little bit hit and miss due to the good old M25 doing its usual shite.
Yeah, typical.
How are we doing, Fuzzy? What's this all about? Your team upsetting the balance?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was looking at that game thinking, thank goodness I'm at work for most of it. So it's like 90% of the game will fly by and I won't be depressed until I look at that scoreline. But I'm seeing us keeping it close. I'm thinking, it's a bit weird. First half, we didn't even have a shot. Get the second half, and at one point I see the scoreline's 2-1 to United. Like, what's going on here? Like, why is it? Right, that every game that we think United should win this, we don't win it. In United, you go, well, United's, we're definitely going to lose this one. We're going to lose it quite badly. And it's just like United's like, what would be a great idea if we turn up and start, palming teams left, right, and centre. I mean, it's seriously backwards. I don't understand it for the life of me, but maybe Liverpool, with the chances they had, may have deserved to win the game overall. But I mean, Klopp, cry more. Seriously, cry more. Man was complaining non-stop.
This is true. Let me just go say hello to our people in the chat as always. Welcome first of all to Henry Ray. Johan, is it Sloppy FC here? Can we buy the champions? And yes, of course, the sad news that Joe Kinnear has passed away, age 77. Rest in peace to good old Joe. Evening to Arsenal Manic. And also Drew Gunners, coming you Gunners. Good evening to King McKell. Good evening. And of course, big up to Lenny Moon. Hope you're keeping well, Lenny. $1 billion man, Chelsea, Burnley, and Sheffield United. Welcome to Fascist Fans Team Talk. Arsenal, top of the shop. Wow.
Well, top, I suppose, on the points and goal difference. I mean, it's
a close bag at the moment. It's very close. Big up Josh True Gunner, real one here. Guys, if you haven't gone and seen this young man, go and see his channel. Great content he does. And he's looking more like Mikel Arteta as the show goes on. So go and support this man if you can, as well as this legend as well. What's the crack, Del Boy? Good to see you, mate. Evening, Tony and Fuzzy. As always, Aces.
Yes, man.
VAR robbed Wolves. Well, yeah, there was a bit of a contentious one for the West Ham game. Finally, something went our way for a change. We'll come back to that. Arsenal Max saying, thank you, Hot Fuzz, for the draw, although there could have been 6 up. Yeah, that first half. But as always, Aces, City will win triple again. Yeah, and this is the thing. Is it falling into their hands? Big up Tony and Fuzz, big up to the chat. Top-notch goal by Mano. Yeah, I heard it was a good goal.
Yeah.
I was driving on the way back, and the commentator went doolally on the radio.
I'll give you a striking comparison to those goals, right? You've seen Federico Makeda's signature game-winning goal at the Stretford end. Basically, minus a bit more of a spin, that's basically what the shot was like from Manu.
Wow.
Just bent it far post, out of nowhere. Wasn't even facing the goals. It's almost facing away, more out towards the pitch, but it just hits it off the inside of his right, bends it far post, goes past Gallagher.
Takes that,
twister.
Wow. Good evening to McManus Gaming. Big up, Tony. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you on here. Clock over Meltdown. I don't know. I heard his talk. He sounded quite calm. Probably the players and that, but I saw a picture early on. I don't know. You saw it with Jamie Carragher with his hands on his mouth like this.
Yeah.
Gary Neville, the microphone just kind of gleaming away like a good one.
Yeah.
Evening, Noel. Hope you're keeping well, Noel.
Every moment of pain I see etched across the face of Jamie Carragher is, a moment well spent.
Rest in peace, Joe Kinnear. Yeah, great manager he was. Yeah, Dale. The news was announced. I think it was roughly about 3 hours ago. He passed away. 77. Good afternoon. Good evening, Stu. Good evening, everyone. If you can, guys, go and see this gentleman's channel as well. The table team, great fella. Yet he has lost, losing it when Tottenham scored. So, yeah, I mean, we'll come back to the rest of the seasons because there's a few games I think we'll cover over the weekend. Where's Anthony Stractor? He just messaged me, fun enough. There's a few others that could be jumping on as the show goes on. As always, he's having a cheeky Nando's. Cheeky Nando's at the moment.
Who's having a Nando's? Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony's having a cheeky Nando's, and as always, the missus is paying, so he's gonna take the opportunity and rinse it for what it's worth.
Yeah, I think what we need to do, Tony, is just enjoy the silence, the Anthony Herbertless silence, whilst it lasts, before we start hearing we are top of the league or North London is forever. So. No, I don't think Anthony would ever do North London is forever, but you get my gist. You get my drift. Big
up Dow, Arsenal.
Yeah,
Dow, if you're free, and same with you, Del Boy, and same with you, Josh, is on here as well. And anyone else, if you want to jump onto the stream, you're quite welcome to. I can put the link in or send the link to you guys. This is your version for Arsenal, actually kind of sitting top.
Yeah, see what's which song for them being at the top of the table at the moment.
Good question from Bar Gavin. Big up Bar Gavin. Hope you're keeping well. What was the game of the week? Ooh, what was the game of the week?
No idea. I mean, maybe Crystal Palace, Man City.
There's that one. And I suppose if you look at the old Villa Brentford game, I think 3-3 in that one as well, wasn't it? You should have kept your mouth shut first. We are top of the league. Come on, you Gunners.
You can hear it's like echoes across the countryside.
Evening, Taunton First Master. Good evening, Mama Flossie. Hope you're keeping well. Good seeing you.
Yes, Mama Flossie.
Evening to the chat. And welcome to Lee, Football Dad's Army. How are we doing, Lee? Hope you're keeping well, mate. And guys, again, another channel, go and see. Great guy, does some good stuff as well. I hate that song. Which one? North London Forever.
Every single one that's made up by Top
yeah. Chelsea Man United game. Yeah, Chelsea's game. Well, yeah. Sheffield United could have nicked that 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, it's just typical. Chelsea Man United, that game between us and Chelsea, I know a lot of people are saying, that was trash game. Really, really trash game. If you're a neutral, you're watching two teams go end to end, you're just soaking in the entertainment factor. If you support either of those two teams, then yeah, it's a trash game. But yeah, for me, there's just absolutely no quality in the midfield. So bad in the midfield that literally both teams were just bypassing. It was just like, yeah, let's miss out the midfield battles. Let's go straight from defence to attack. Surprised with that kind of play style from both of the teams that it wasn't a scoreline, more like 9-8 or something.
Yeah, definitely. This goal difference thing, he may count for something. It may do, It may actually do. Definitely partied hard last week. Yeah, Lee saying that game was brilliant for the neutral. Ten Hag Manager of the Week. You got the crowd going for that comeback.
Not for me. It's single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, very big contributive factor to Chelsea game of going a bit astray. His game management there was just poor, really, really poor. Outside of the injury subs, right, the subs that he's forced to make, the other ones that he is making due to tactical reasons, all of them were wrong, every single one. But yeah, it is what it is. But fair play. So you get the job done against Liverpool. Well, not the job done completely, but
good evening, Laguna Matata. Said, hi lads, come on you Gunners. Big up to the Irons. Yeah, good return for us yesterday as well. Do you think Arsenal will beat Bayern on Tuesday? Good question. Good question. Yeah, I think Bayern. I mean, they lost.
They lost 3-2 to some random team. I can't remember the name of them. I literally cannot remember the name of them. Lost 3-2 from 2-0 up. Harry Kane, I think it was Harry Kane and Thomas Muller or something.
I think it was, yeah.
Goals. Crazy stuff.
Big up to the assembled, even early doors panel in the chat room. Saying hello to each other. And good evening, Daniel E. Arsenal keep dreaming. You've still got the North London derby to go. Well, yes. Yeah, that's going to be... that's definitely going to make it a little bit food for thought now after the result.
Well, it brings up anticipation for that game because it's a big hurdle that Arsenal need to play. And everybody else is going to be... for the first time in a long, long time, I think most of the league, well, I say most of the league, Liverpool and City fans are going to be Tottenham fans. The first time in forever.
Cole Palmer's quality, though. Definitely is.
He is carrying that Chelsea team.
Oh, there's no two ways about it. No two ways about it.
Maybe if he adds Nkunku fit in the team, maybe it's a different story there. But nobody else up top. No Sterling, no Jackson, no Madueke, no Mudryk. Literally everything that's good about Chelsea at the moment is going through Cole Palmer. And fair play to Disasi as well at the back. He's come up with some quite big performances recently. Lost to some random team. Well, at least they didn't have a team name that resembles that of a Wi-Fi password, so they got that going for them. So fair plays to them.
Tony, George make Fuzzy feel better.
Well, we didn't get swiped off the park about 5-0, so I'll take that. 2-2 against Liverpool. Title chasing Liverpool. And sorry, Liverpool fans, I've just got to say this. You don't deserve the Premier League title if playing this Manchester United team 3 times that you failed to beat us, any of them.
There you go. There's
2 draws and a loss.
Heidenheim.
Hoodenheim.
Hooty who? Would make Mama Floss want to apologise for the disgraceful lunacy that took place at Craven Cottage. Oof. Yeah.
I have no idea. No idea what that's about.
Well, I think if you look at it, they managed to nick it 1-0, didn't they? Should have been a little bit more. How many wins Arsenal have got at Tottenham's place in recent years? 1 win. All fighting talks going on. Chat Gooner or not high. Big up Tony Neary, how we doing? Hope you're keeping well. Tony, I think Fuzzy Bum Fluff missing me. Yeah, he's missing you, mate.
I'm not missing you. I'm missing the peri-peri chicken that's probably sat on your plate right now.
Spicy rice. Good evening, Hendon Gooner. Fuzzy and all in the chat watching. All credit to the Man United team. They stood up and were counted. Yeah, today they did turn up. There's no two ways about it.
We should have done. This is an idea. Can we play you? Can we play you? Can we play you every week? So at least we get the most consistent Man United team.
Yeah, I mean, Fernandes' goals, again, was supposed to be a banger of a goal as well.
Well, let me tell you about it, including the commentary reaction. You see Quanta, right? He plays a loose ball right into the path of Fernandez, and the first thing you hear is Jamie Carragher go, "Ah!" And then you just see that Fernandez doesn't even take a touch. He just thunderbolts it right the way from where McTominay lobbed Edison in the Manchester derby, where he played a piss poor pass. Basically, just loops it and spending far post, and Gallagher's just like, "Oh, for God's sake!"
Well, I thought Vicario was going to get done today by what's his name? Jesus, got at me head. The old Forest player. No, gone. He launched the ball long, just went wide of the post.
Oof.
That sounded more Swedish. I'm messing with him. You got a few goonies here, so yeah, we have a varied bunch in here, Lee. It's all love in the end, in the actual end of it all, but hey,
they are spreading, they are multiplying. We need to stop the spread.
It's that
Stop the spread
it's suddenly that sniff of success because they're kind of getting near to the end. Suddenly they're all out the woodwork. Don't see them for ages, and then they all come at once. Forest self-destructed against Spurs in the second half, and all after they threw away so many chances. And again, Forest could have got into. So I'm coming into the low, and Nelson. The plan is beat City, and Arsenal and throw the game away at Liverpool. It's true. And how many titles have Spurs won? All Spurs are trying to stop Arsenal winning the title as usual because they can't win as usual. Hender's going to Kwanzaa's mistake be as costly as Stevie G's slip. Ooh, yes, a good point.
Well, I mean, thankfully for them, Salah getting a trademark penalty saved them, spared them their blushes, and earned them a critical point. So maybe if they lost the game like Stevie G's don't let it slip now, Liverpool lost to Chelsea in that game. I think there's still a ways yet to go. Maybe if I don't know, if Mohamed Salah just like miskicks a ball in his own box and somebody rifles it home to lose the game, which costs them the title on the 38th game of the season, then that would be I'll be there for it.
Brilliant. So we've seen him a few times in the chat. We've seen him, and I've been on his show a couple of times, but it's my time to invite him on. And that's actually Jeff from the Bowling Lounge. And so here he comes. Welcome, Jeff. How are we?
Big ups to Jeff.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Faz. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
How are you
Just
all?
going through. Yeah, brilliant, mate. Yourself?
Doing good.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Hands full with the grandchildren, but other than that, all good.
Well, you still got your hair, Jeff, so that's one good thing anyway. You survived that.
They've only been here since yesterday. Wait till the end
blimey.
of the week.
Let me just read some more of the messages. It'll be Spurs Cup final against Arsenal. We've got to go back to they really relegated to one of them too. Soft penalty for Liverpool. Yeah, we've seen worse given. By the way, it's the only game I'm worried about now. And I think it should be, Lee, as Fuzzy said. It's one of those. They can, if they play like they did the last couple of games, I think they've got a chance of getting St. Katie's, guys. Chris Kamara, I cannot believe it. Jeff Arsenal with a goal difference of 51. Man United deficit and Chelsea +3. I didn't quite realise how rubbish they've been. Yeah, Chelsea is not exactly a great team. Good evening, Lee Stafer. Maybe what you're doing, Lee. Hope you're keeping well. And they're all saying like you as well there, Jeff.
Evening, chat. Hello, everyone. Hi, Mama.
Fortunate for us in play today.
How did Chelsea get on today? I missed that result.
But they were lucky to just finish up with a draw, I do believe. I think it was 2-2 in the end.
Oh, that's good for us.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, it is good for us. It is good for
Even
us.
better if they lost. Go from beating Man United on the Thursday, like we'll trout Sheffield United, the worst team in the Premier League by a long, long way. Just comes up and you know what? This ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. Take that
exactly.
Hold this.
Yeah, did you see that today, Jeff? Old Joe Kinnear has passed away today.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. Oh, rest in peace, Joe.
Yeah, 77.
Yeah, that's sad news.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, no. Lots of teams a bit Jekyll and Hyde in the league this year, aren't they? Man United, Fuzzy's team.
I've seen that.
They are a
I've
little
seen
bit.
that term.
No,
I've
it's
seen
true.
that phrase being
We
used
can
on
be
Manchester United
Chelsea.
already.
Yeah, it goes. Well, even us. When you look at us, Jeff, we were a bit topsy turvy at times and all.
Having us, Spurs. There's so many you can name. Yeah,
I think that's what makes this season so interesting. I must admit.
Have I missed too much? What have you been discussing so far?
Well, so far, it's just been going on the last. What's
Yeah.
happened today mainly, and obviously saying
And a
about
brilliant-
Joe Kinnear passing.
Yeah, sure. Brilliant title race, isn't it? That's for sure. Like, nice to see 3 teams in a proper challenge for.
Well, when was the last time we saw that?
And Liverpool slipping up today, eh?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a while.
Big slip up.
In a while.
Big slip up. No worries, Henry. The tough game between us. Joking, yeah.
Did you sort your passwords out, Fuzzy? I tuned in the other day. I heard you was having a bit of problems or something logging in. And
Because there's a problem that I had with the Instagram direct messages on the desktop. Everything on the app was working fine, but something recommended that when you have this problem, you delete all the internet cache and everything else. So basically, did that, didn't fix the problem, but then logged me out of absolutely everything everywhere. And half of the websites that I thought I knew my passwords for, turns out everything was just completely the opposite. But it took me to get password resets for everything just to figure out what my passwords for each of my logins were. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, basically having to go on a wild goose chase for my login details for about 20 different websites.
And a few hours you'll never get back
No.
on, I guess.
No. might be high time that I'll
There's
make
Anthony
myself a
tonight.
Word document.
He's having a cheeky Nando's at the moment.
I don't know if he's celebrating with the
Oh, is he?
Nando's that
Okay.
Arsenal top of the league or that is his birthday.
Yeah, because Henry's a Liverpool fan. We were very wasteful today. Should have been over before half time. We could not finish teams off. We're not winning anything else. Yeah, that's a thing. Casemiro's playing like a pensioner.
Yeah, Casemiro is awful every week.
He's dropped off the face of a cliff from last season.
That's what I think.
No one say that.
He stands out as how bad he is for me every week.
Mm.
And you don't like McTominay. He does a better job though, doesn't he?
Nope. Not for me. Not for me. Watching Scott McTominay week in, week out for the past 6, 7, 8 years, it does an absolute number on you. My hairline used to be down here. That gap is there. I call that the McTominay gap. He's responsible for that.
He could be Arsenal manic. He could be hiding. Depends how much food he's eating. Hendergoon is saying, enjoy the rest of your show and evening tonight. I'm off to have my dinner. Enjoy that, Hendergoon. Sounds lovely what you're cooking anyway.
There it goes.
Quantum Keller lineup was poor. Salah was wasteful. We were like a joy of, I think, arrogance is creeping in. Could be. It was one of those. I think what did Liverpool have? Something like 8 or so many shots at the goal in the first half.
I think it was like 14 shots to Man United's 0 in the first half. And it wasn't great. But still, the scoreline was only 1-0, and 1-0 is a dangerous scoreline when you go all half time at Old Trafford.
And I don't think Man United could be as bad in the second half as they were in the first half, could they?
No.
So,
wow,
it was always going to change that game.
I mean, it could have been conceding 6 again, like we did at Anfield the previous season. because we were losing 1-0 at half time at Anfield that season. Yeah, and then the rest was history. History that I think we should burn, but history.
I don't think Liverpool look like that today. Don't think they look like getting 6 today.
That's for sure.
2 ways.
Oh, yeah. Like, AFC always, big up AFC always. He's saying here, Man United, 0 shots, Liverpool, 15 shots. Wow. Big up Basil Brush. Why is Sonny DiCanio next to Ten Hag? Boom, boom. Oh, that's brilliant. I hope you keep him well, Basil Brush. To the honest fan, I don't know his name. His name's Fuzzy, or Hot Fuzz. We call him Fuzzy. Do you think Ten Hag saves his job if he wins the FA Cup?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends, to be fair. It does depend. I think if the league campaign goes absolutely to pot, they might still be in it. It might be a Louis van Gaal 2.0, because Louis van Gaal ended up parting mutually from the club after winning the FA Cup. A couple of weeks later, he's out of the job, but because his league campaign wasn't good enough. He wasn't qualifying for top 4. So there might be the case that even with the FA Cup win, if the league campaign finishes on a real sour note, that might still be enough for him to end up getting the boot from the job. But it's just a case of getting to the end of the season for him, because if it goes horribly wrong in the FA Cup as well, that they might see fit. Well, thanks, but no thanks, Ten Hag. See ya. And I'm also hoping that the Amarin rumours with the managerial. Yeah. I'm hoping there's a bit of truth to that, because I wouldn't be against having Amarin as my manager if Ten Hag is to leave.
Well, the thing is, though, he's also tagged for the Liverpool job as well.
It's tagged for a lot of jobs, to be fair. I've heard Chelsea today as well.
Well, that 4-sided 50 pence piece in there. It's going to be interesting who's going to win that one. Arsenal, West Ham, another solid season in the later stage of Europe yet again. I don't get it. You've not been that great, but you're still up there. That's what it's all about, Arsenal Manic. You've not been that great, but you're top of the table. But, there's certain games you've not played well. But, this is the thing. We are where we are, and it is a better season than last season for me in that respect. Jeff, I'll speak to you a minute about that. But, again, we've got a chance of, if we don't finish with the Europa against Leverkusen, there's still a chance we're going to qualify for Europe yet again. So that's, for us, it's another great season. Jeff, what's your take on it?
Well, we can't argue with the position that we're in. Although I do think we're a little bit fortunate to be in that position. It's a bit like the other year when everyone was capitulating to not get the last Champions League spot. And the race for Europe seems to be a bit like who can throw away or not to late points to get into Europe. Chelsea are the worry for me coming up with a couple of games in hand. I'm so pleased that they didn't win today. Especially, I can't believe midweek that they're Man United game. 2-0 up, they look absolutely cruising. United come in, goes 3-2. You think that they're going to see that out, and then they concede those 2 late goals, and I'm like, we don't. And then they've fallen over themselves today, and it's just an example. In the week again, Wolves, they failed to do what they needed to do, and everyone's doing that, and we're just dripping along, picking up a point here and a point there, and literally hanging on to 7th spot. But I don't know if we're going to make it. We've got to back our ideas up.
Yeah, we're agreeing in some respect what Arsenal Manic's saying. We are getting there by hook or crook sometimes with some of the results. I'm just pleased for a change that VAR went our way for once. It was.
We were a bit fortunate against Wolves, but you look at that first half, and they look like they were running through mud, and you think, oh my God, they're absolutely wiped out. All this football is catching up with them. And then the second half was so much better from us. And you think, well, that would be the second half performance where you're running out of steam, not the first 45.
Not
So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Well, you just got to look at Moyes' team sheet first of all, and that was strange in itself. Where the positions he was playing people. I won't get sacked out.
Alvarez, after a rest, he looked tired.
Yeah, and you think he's been off for a couple of games, isn't he? By the neutral fans, yeah. Apparently, we're getting a payment from Arsenal for the 6 goals we gifted them in the if they win the league.
Imagine that. Look out for betting stuff, the betting scandals. You see any money go to West Ham after the season's finished up. Get everybody down there to the Emirates. Open every case file you can possibly think of. We are finishing that North London club tonight.
Yeah. Always go for the fans, but the filthy yet greedy spoiling the game. Yeah, well. That and contentious refereeing decisions over the weekend. Ace is saying, imagine if Coventry knocked United out of the FA Cup.
I'll say if we see the sky blue of Coventry and think, oh no, it's Manchester City, quick, lose the game. We're just like, we're beaten by the better Manchester club today. Wait, what do you mean it was Coventry? No, it wasn't. That's Man City. Oh.
Yeah, the wrong choice. Evening, Tony and Fuzzy. Can't stay. Pass and give a like. Hope you're all well. Thanks, Carl Rossi. Big up to yourself, mate.
Carl Rossi.
Good seeing you. Who's getting pull notifications? I don't know, Drew. No idea at all. Fair play to yours.
I swear. Can't get no notifications on my phone. You see, I've got mine to vibrate.
Yeah, I did put it on silent. Fair play to yours. You've got the results, but whatever it means, you're there by merit. Yeah, no, appreciate that as well. Daniel is saying this title race is a reminder of the 23-14 season. Liverpool and Chelsea were top 2 and City were 3rd, and it was so close that City took advantage of slip-ups. I'm thinking the same again, and that is possible. They look good. I mean, City looked good yesterday. You can see why everyone's saying that it's possible. Yeah, as you said there, Fuzz, where would Chelsea be this season if it wasn't for Palmer?
Would Pochettino still even be in the job?
Question is, well, how many managers are going to be in the job come next season?
Gareth Southgate. Please go to Chelsea. please go there.
They're all saying like with each other.
Palmer has been immense for Chelsea.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely immense. He's a super young footballer.
I mean, when you look at it on that respect, I mean, you're at City and you think, if you know your chances are limited, do you stay there and try and fight it out like you see some players do with other clubs? Or do you do what he did, go to Chelsea and basically hold the whole team up with both hands, as you said?
I think he's done the right thing. I think a lot of young players, we had this a few years ago where City, Chelsea, they were swallowing up all the young talent. We hardly see half of them ever again. They could have all had careers in football and they ended up doing nothing. And I think hats off to him. He's not getting the game time at City.
No.
He said, okay, I'll take my move. He's still playing in the Premier League, right? The way Chelsea are going, they could pick up the points. He could have European football next year. Regardless of what anyone thinks, Chelsea's still a big club, right? So, fair play. He said, I'm going to go off and play my football. And, well, what a difference he's making at that football. I think more young players should do that. If they can't make their careers at the big clubs and they're not getting their opportunities, go off somewhere and play some football. That's what they all want to do. That's what they dream of as teenagers, isn't it? Young kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And, seize your opportunity.
Play to the highest level.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if in City's case, sometimes this season they've looked completely out of ideas when the ball gets around to the opposition's box, or slows down to like almost a walking pace. And you think, well, if Cole Palmer was in that City team, would he be an injection of that pace, that urgency to play in the middle of the park? So he looks to do all sorts for Chelsea. Is that a player in the midfield that City are lacking this season?
Yeah, it's a good point. Could well be. Yeah, good point.
Well, they've got like Doku and Grealish sort of battling
Cool.
out
Don't
for a
turn
position.
into a PowerPoint
Foden on the other side. They can't all get football, can they? Is that me or everyone else?
No, you're back in there, Jeff. You did kind of a little blip.
Is that me, Tony? Dropped out?
Yeah, it's you. Just a little bit, just a touch. But you're back in
It
again.
turned into a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation for a second.
But no, you're right. What you're saying.
Sorry about that. It's probably the bloody
no,
kid.
It's fine. No, it's fine. I mean, as you said, with those players there, but at the same point, with the rotation that Pep's got, you can't please everyone. If only we was in the same position. Henry's asking, how many points do you think West Ham are getting from our remaining games? So let's see now. We've got Fulham, Crystal Palace, Liverpool. So that's an easy 3 points there again. Then Henry, Chelsea, Luton, and then the last one is Man City.
We really need to be beating Fulham and Palace, but we struggle at Palace. So we'll probably get a draw there, right? We've got to beat Luton. And we really need to get something against Chelsea just to stop them getting the points on us.
Yeah, because they've got 2 games in hand on us
ideally
as well.
3. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I don't think we're going to win all them games, but we've got to be looking to try and win all them games.
No, exactly.
And we see the way he sets up. And, is he going to be aggressive enough to make the brave enough decisions to actually go out to try and win these games? Because that's what we need to be doing now.
Yeah, that's the question.
If we just limp along to the end, we ain't going to do it. But if we actually try and grasp the nettle and go, okay, let's go for it, we've got a chance to pick up them points, I think.
Yeah, necessarily. Definitely knocking Chelsea's 2 games in hand, that's for sure. What's Paul? Is that a new flavour of vodka? Yes, it depends what it is. Suspicious answer, Tony.
In your life.
Drew, I don't know what you're on about. I mean, look at me. I'm pure as a driven snow. I really am. I'm okay, Daniel. Moyes out. Yeah. Do you think he stays next season? David Moyes, asked it's used to, and obviously the chat. Do you think he actually stays, David Moyes, or did you think he's just going to call time and walk?
Under the pretenses that he'll.
Well, there's rumours that he's going to call time and walk. Sorry.
That's right. And the pretenses that if the season ends, desirably for West Ham, maybe he'll find the feeling or the energy to want to stay on for, perhaps say it as like, well, one more season. I think if he goes to next season, he might say, I'll probably call it a day with West Ham at the end of this season. But I think it will depend on how West Ham finish this season, I reckon.
Yeah, I have heard the same rumours as Jeff, though, Fuzz. I mean, apparently...
Imagine if he... go on. Sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I heard the same rumour as you that he's going to, call time, even though they are going to extend. And I think he will walk.
Yeah, there's rumours of that, isn't there? But there's rumours. I mean, I've never known any. There's not a week goes by that he's getting a contract. He's not getting a contract. He's walking away. All the rest. It's like the hot topic at West Ham. We should just wait till the end of the season, I think, get this
Yeah.
season over and done with. Imagine if he wins that trophy. We beat Leverkusen, right? And turn over Milan, say. Beat Liverpool on penalties in the final. He's not going anywhere, is he?
Nah, that's for sure.
I don't think that's
There'll
going to
be more.
happen, by the way. But I'm just painting a scenario, right?
We could all live a dream, as they say. Big up to Long Edge, his cave. Big up, yeah. Hope you keep, you're doing well, mate. And yeah, sorry to see the result earlier. And what a weekend you've had of streaming. Well done, mate. You've done really well on that. So I was saying now. Where else does Moyes go next season if he's sacked?
United.
Yeah. The Messiah returns.
The chosen one. The chosen one to get it wrong again.
Yes. Walk where he stays. Yeah, more than likely. There is talks of a contract being on there.
Oh, you walk out the door, Arsenal, Manic. He'll probably stay outside, but you walk out the door first. Probably stay out of the YMCA down the road.
Yes. Moyes can go to Sainsbury's. Yep.
True.
Working for Sainsbury's, pushing the trolleys around, collecting his pounds. That's the Tories.
That's a question you ask where Southgate goes.
That should be an interesting one. Yeah, this 3-horse race is getting quite interesting now, isn't it? Really, I mean, we knew Brighton may have given Arsenal a game last night, but that wasn't the case. It was an easy one for them. They look pretty good. They did look good. I don't know what your thought of it. Good question here from Drew, though. Who will West Ham bring in if Moyes goes? If he does goes.
Southgate.
You're just as bad as Anthony trying to offload Eddie and Kitty to us. There's no way that's happening either.
Right.
Saw Big Sam chat to the gym at the game. Oh dear. Yes. Save our.
Can you imagine that you're a manager, assistant manager, and coaching staff or head coach. You got your manager can be Gareth Southgate. You've got Big Sam as the assistant manager. Who else would be absolutely horrendous? Darren Fletcher. We'll stick Darren Fletcher on the coaching staff.
Dear me.
Nah, Edward Ward. Jobs for the boys. Just for the sake of it.
Bring Ben to Man United, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Rishi Sunak. Get a call. It's like, do you fancy being on the touchline of Old Trafford every weekend? It's like, no, mate, I've got to be down in London.
Here guys, Arsenal makes it. Send Southgate to West Ham. The kits are close enough. Especially the new one. Big Sam replaces Moyes, manages one game, then gets sacked.
Yeah.
He'll think he's back home. Yep. Bringing that fish from Finding Nemo that likes. That's brilliant. I heard Big Andrew's on Man United's radar. Yeah, I heard this as well.
Yeah, I think it was. Would I take him? I mean, maybe I'd maybe take him. I think Ange Postecoglou has definitely drawn a huge amount of hype for such a short period of time. He's not really taken Tottenham anywhere yet, and everyone's saying that this is the second coming of Christ. I mean, just take a chill pill. Just see what Ange Postecoglou's project is. See how long Daniel Levy stays on the rails for before he pulls the plug on another project that might have some potential to it, and then we'll go from there. I mean, as far as linking him to the Man United job, if it's Ten Hag getting sacked, I'll take anybody that isn't Gareth Southgate, or for the sake of what Mama Flossie's saying in chat, Big Sam or David Moyes. Those three odds, those three are off the table. I think it was just a name that's associated because managers up for discussion. What's going to happen? Run of the mill. Everyone's sticking their name in the hat.
Interesting here when you look at that. Yeah, Klopp or Pep couldn't take Tottenham anywhere. Yeah, well, we saw that with Pochettino. He couldn't take him. He only got to a certain point. Tottenham were poor in the first half, but better in the second half. Yeah, it's just yeah. We saw what happened with Forest, unfortunately. There's a chance of nicking the game. Just don't steal Southgate make fuzz Aaron. No, he's Southgate's United bound. As if we would do that for him.
No, I'm getting Steve Cooper. We're
Cooper.
going to poach Steve Cooper off of Nottingham Forest. Yeah, watch out, Yeti.
Daniel Levy club. Well, funny, I mean, apparently old Joe Lewis is not being charged now. I suppose the old age thing has got to something to do with it. The owner.
I don't know. There's a lot of money.
Trying to get these kids off the internet.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of managers that wouldn't go near a Daniel Levy club, to be fair. And the thing is that I do pity some of the Tottenham fans that sit there, that listen to Daniel Levy saying, "Oh, I admit my mistakes of the past. I won't make them again." Come on now.
Yeah.
Lepers don't change their spots. They're trying to get people back on side just to buy him some more time. Because if you don't try to verbally save grace, the pressure doesn't necessarily go away. It's a bit like the Glazonomics,
Yeah, it's true.
Pressure's on.
It's very true.
Spin something, spin a dinner plate. Happy days.
It's a fair comment there from Drew. Yeah, all due respect, Klopp and Pepper levels, but Poch 100% they are. Sean Dyche to Old Trafford.
Get every Brexit person you can think of into that club. All
you need to sell that Southgate duvet and curtain set then. You said you take any other manager, so you'll have Sean Dyche.
Go on. Just for 1 week. We'll sack him afterwards. We'll give him like a 1 month contract. Get him on the touchline. Post-match interview and everything, just so everybody can take the piss, and then we'll sack him off again. Then start acting seriously. Just 1 week in the season, just take the piss.
Okay. And then we said also, yeah, if you're selling that duvet and curtain set, don't forget the pin-up you've got of him as well.
You see, that's why I got this background going. What you don't see is that there's literally Southgate murals painted everywhere, all over my room.
The Messiah is coming. Fascist fans seem to Lord and Savior. Arteta best manager. Well, I mean, if you look at it, can we say that for so far? That'd be a good question to put out there. Would you say that Arteta is the manager of the season?
Manager of the season,
or even a bit too presumptuous at this stage?
I probably would consider giving it to him, or you'd probably be favourites to guessing it if Arsenal win the league. Because you're the manager of the team that won the title. So there you go, manager of the league. But at the moment, I'm sort of more swayed towards Klopp because of the last season, he's changed an entire midfield and stopped them sitting down mid-table in Chelsea territory. He's actually put them back at the very top and contending for a title, which, to be fair, with a midfield that I look at and still think that's threadbare, missing a big name or two. So, I mean, fair plays to him.
Yeah, it's still up for debate, I'd say, in that there. I mean, let's have a look at it. So you could have Moyes back fuzzy, unfinished business.
I'll tell you what, where Moyes got sacked with about, how many games was it? Was it 6 or 7 games left of the season?
Roughly about that.
Well, I point Moyes just to finish off that season, was just like, right, sorry about sacking you preemptively. We'll let you finish off your season, or complete your season, if you will, and then we'll sack you again in the summer, just so that you can go down on record as saying that you managed 38 games in the Premier League for Manchester United.
Full fetcher, what's happening there? Can never get rid of that person. We haven't won nothing. Peppuccino to call him best manager of the season. It's one of those to put him out there, Arsenal Manic. I mean, like, is he one of those? But as Fuzzy alluded to, it's going to be one of. Yeah, you got Klopp in there. You never know how well Pep does in the next couple of games. Does he win the treble? Then you class as being it.
Yeah, Mikel goes and wins the Champions League. I mean, he might just be the greatest manager of all time. He'll skip Arsene Wenger, Pep Guardiola, Sir Alex Ferguson, Brian Clough, all of those guys. See ya, bye. Mikel's all the way to the top.
Good shout here by Drew, though. Look at that. He's probably the best out there, best out of the new up-and-coming managers. He's got to win something to even be in the same conversation as Pep. This is the thing.
Yeah. Wow.
King McKeel saying
Not
7
even
games
that.
to go.
Not gonna lie, not even that, to be fair. To me, if you want to get him in the same conversation as Pep, he's got to first go to various clubs, win and dominate the leagues in every league that he's been to, and then you can start talking about comparing the two. Now, it's not to say that we don't compare them solely for the sake of levels of success, but in the blueprint to each person's managerial approach or vision, because as much as Arteta copies Pep's game plan, pass for pass, you could say, there's still variable differences between the two in how they handle their squads, how they handle, how they manage their clubs. So, maybe it's wiser not to necessarily compare the two, unless you're talking about just game plan.
As Thatcher fans team talk saying there is the sexiest manager Arteta.
Best looking Spaniard we know. There's a banner of it in the Emirates.
he's still got a pound of gravel on that and sound like Daichi, and that he can be sexiest manager and the sexiest voice if he gets that going as well.
Changes his Lego hair for something more respectable. Then we might consider him a bit more.
If we're looking at managers around Europe, then it's Alonso at Leverkusen. Yeah. Done a great job. And he wants to stay there, doesn't he? He doesn't want to leave them for this season, for next season, to say. If he wins something, knowing majority of Arsenal fans.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's true. There's money talks, as they say, Jeff, isn't it? If you win something, knowing majority of Arsenal fans, they will claim he's the best ever. Yes.
Facts.
Yeah. He's got nice drip. Yeah, he's another one they copying the other fella. Bog brush art. Bog brush. Fortera has no management tactics to be winning trophies.
Wow. We'll see.
Even Xavi as rookie won the league faster, and Alonso about to win in Germany. So is Arteta even best manager if he wins after 5 seasons? Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing. I know people will argue that the Premier League may be
slightly
tougher.
Different leagues, though.
They are, but you've still got to win all your games, though, haven't you? To be top of the table and champion, and winning the actual title, you've still got to win those games or win the cup.
Okay, but Gerrard went and won the league in Scotland. So does that make him like a championship runaway manager? Came to the Premier League, looked like an absolute fish out of water. So there is a difference in there in what level you're competing at.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Henry will say. She's being a Liverpool person. What she'll say about her new manager. Drew saying, yeah, he wants to stay at Leverkusen. Liverpool and Bayern was interested.
Yeah, fair place. I mean, if he's winning league titles at Bayer Leverkusen, why would you go to Bayern?
Yeah.
Why would you go to Bayern to manage Harry Kane, the guy that was brought in to win Bayern a league title? He's done nothing but.
Exactly that.
Well,
Like
done
it.
everything but.
See, as they said, Pep will be smoking cigars after today's draw with massive smiles, saying 4 in a row. Yeah, because the funny part about it, when you look at when they drew the last time, I think when they played, he wasn't exactly fussed, was he, Arteta? He seemed very calm in demeanour because he knows full well there's still more games to come. Yet he's saying, look at us today, all Forest players should get a Spurs season ticket. We seem to like watching them play. Bloody hell. It wasn't great. Bayern were a mess and totally rely on Kane, one-man club.
Don't ask half of those Forest players what clubs they've had season tickets for. I'm sure somebody somewhere in that Forest setup has definitely had his Tottenham Hotspur season ticket.
Yeah. I don't
think Spence.
I don't think they're in for that too much. What's this here? How do you think PSG fans react when they find out Rashi is the Mbappe replacement? They were never short of lunch, though.
They'll feel the same way that we feel about Southgate. At least they'll actually act upon it and start protesting.
City will win the next 7 games comfortably. Wow. And this is true. Drew's saying here, this is the worst Bayern team in a long time, and they're still going to finish second. Yeah, not good at all.
Going back to Alonso, I mean, he's actually on to win a treble, isn't he?
Yeah. He's had a great season.
They won 4-0 in the week, didn't they? That was a semi-final of their domestic cup, I think. And they're going to win the league. They're not getting stopped from winning the league. Then we'll see what happens with us. But if they progress there, then they could possibly win a European trophy as well.
Yeah,
it's some achievement. I were talking about levels and what league it is, but still, win a treble. Fair play.
Because we've got them Thursday, haven't we?
We have got them Thursday, yeah.
It's going to be a tough game. I mean,
Alvarez missing, massive.
We're at their place as well, we Jeff. If you remember.
Yeah, we're away, and I don't know what he's going to do because Phillips is really not stepping up to the plate, is he? And we've got Souček and Ward-Prowse, and I mean that just doesn't really work that well, does it?
Well, again, it comes down to what formation he plays and what he picks. As I say, if he goes by what he started off with against the Wolves game, then it's not going to be good.
It's a worry. We need to get out of that first leg in the game.
Yeah.
1-0. I'll take that now. Give me 1-0 now. I'll take it. So thank you very much. Don't get on the plane.
Yeah.
I know that sounds a bit defeatist, doesn't it? But honestly,
no,
the last thing
agree.
we want is to get battered there.
I agree with what you're saying. I think if you look at it, if we can get, even if we lose, it's 1-0, like you said, that way then we can go back to the London Stadium where we tend to play a lot better. If we can ride the storm at Leverkusen, I'll take that all day long. On
the positive side, though, they sort of stumbled past Karabakh, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they've leaked some goals not just in Europe, in their domestic league as well. League. They're not impenetrable.
No. I think this would be a good test for late.
Freiburg with a late goal.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those where I think this is also going to be a test for Alonso where he stands.
I agree.
Mighty
I think
Alonso.
This is. Yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Beating the Bundesliga champions elect.
This is our biggest test this year. And it's their biggest test as well. I think it's equally, in European terms, both clubs' most difficult game so far.
League Two, mate. West Ham are massive, mate.
You know that.
Bayern. No, who are Bayern? Who are Dortmund? That weird yellow team from West Germany.
I was going to say Rashford is
Well,
quality.
I was talking
People
about
love his
in
match.
European fixtures, Fuzzy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and in league as well. That Bayern haven't been much of a challenge for Bayer Leverkusen, and I don't think Dortmund have been that
No,
much
that's
closer either. So
You see this one
Fair
first.
comment.
I'm sure you told me you've made a
Southgate
sense.
one.
Welcome.
I'll tell you this one. I'll tell you this one. If we get Southgate, then I'll tell you what, things at Manchester United will go very Southgate very fast.
It'd be very interesting. Hot Gate 44. If Rashford was quality, he should be forming and he isn't. No, there's something not right there.
Well, it's damning because I've seen again people have clipped up what he said. Oh.
Do you think Salah will leave? Has he said anything? I'm sure they said he's going because Klopp's going, I do believe.
I think he is supposed to be going at the end of the season, isn't he? Salah.
It'd be a shame, but I can understand why.
I'll be glad to see the back of him, but
That's from
a West Ham point of view.
Yeah, he's always liked us, hasn't he? That's for sure.
Yeah, what I was saying about Rashford, so I've seen a clip of him against Chelsea where it's titled, it's captioned about what he said. Don't ever question my loyalty to my club or my to want to perform for my club. And literally, it's a clip of him just jogging around where the ball is literally slowly being dribbled around him, and he doesn't press the man, he doesn't go after him, put a tackle in, reach out, nothing. He just jogs next to him, little happy clapper on the pitch. But we can't question him. You're not allowed to say one bad word, otherwise it's over for you. Cancellation settings.
Yeah, 350,000 a week, and you're doing things like that.
Well, he's injured now, so
yeah. Oh, happy days.
Somehow, with all the lack of running, he's managed to get injured. Mad how that works, isn't it?
No, it's true. Going back to, he's injured.
Yeah, he went off injured today.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
so I'm not talking about Alonso. I think he'll win the treble, to be honest. And Xhaka has been unplayable all season. He runs that midfield at Leverkusen, which he has. Yeah, he's been. Bowman calls Leverkusen defence problems. He came off injured on yesterday, didn't he, in the Wolves game?
Does he play? Yeah.
He landed quite heavily on that hip. Hopefully, it's just a bruising and they can sort it out before that game.
It looks an odd one, the way he got injured. But he looked in trouble, didn't he? He really looked in trouble. And
even when he was
tried to carry on. Yeah, he really looked like he was struggling. So
I don't know if you see him walking through the tunnel. When he's walking through the tunnel, Jeff, he looked like he didn't know where he was. So let's hope so.
And the thing is, he's so solid, right? He's another one of those that he don't really get injured. He don't really miss any games. When you see him like that, you know he's hurt.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's a worry.
No, Drew. I mean, Drew Gunners here. He follows quite a lot of German football, so he knows Leverkusen quite well. He said, don't take them lightly. No, we're not going to. I mean, it's not going to be an easy game. We know that. He's not going on as a footballer, Salah. He's been off to Saudi before, Tom. There's one look. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case for Salah. Good evening, Budgie. Evening, everyone. Was in the pub, so probably not suitable for live streaming. Don't know. Maybe it might be best to see that actually for a change.
Yeah, it's prime Sunday night takeaway settings. Get on here. Get on here.
Bring it on there. That's what we want to see. Big up to Jess, JSEY Talks Football Fan Channel. Bob and Smash the likes. Thanks, Jess. Hope you keep him well. Sound like it's true. They're all saying hello to each other. Yeah, my man. MGW on ice. Yeah. Maybe that ain't bad. Yeah. Aussie legend.
Should get back Jesse Lingard. Be your saviour.
Yeah, me.
Start hitting the griddy every week.
You can have him back, mate. That's for sure.
Nah, he won't come back unless Pogba comes back. Got to try and ban him out of a football ban first.
Oh man. Yeah, no. I mean,
What's going on with Amrabat? He came on today. He's not done very much at all. I mean, we were kind of sniffing around him, and he ended up going off to United, and he's done nothing there. Can't really get near the team, and when he does, don't look very much, does he?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's. I mean, which would you rather, right? Amrabat or Calvin Phillips? Put you in the hot seat there with that.
Well, I think I would have said Phillips if we were getting Phillips that played for England in the Euros, but he hasn't shown anything. He's been dreadful. Yeah, all the Phillips that played for Leeds, but he's been dreadful. Absolutely, he looks so far off it. And we're running out of games for him to actually.
It's just Amrabat. Instead of the hair here, it's up here.
Well, he's been out of the town and he's had a few shandies. Let's see how well he's going to be. Let's bring him in.
See how long he lasts.
How we doing, Budgie?
Oh, hello. You silly sod. Why would you bring me in?
Easy. Remember, it's a Sunday night, mate. It's a Sunday night. It's all about, food, drink, having a laugh, cracking on with things.
The food. Get the drink down, you.
Brilliant. Let's say hello to Lawrence. Lawrence Watkins, good evening from Let's Get in the Kentucky, USA. Coming you irons. How we keep them well?
Good
night. The best thing ever about did was slap Anthony. Yeah. And we talk with
stop spinning.
And as we say that, in he comes.
Fuzzy! All right. I tell you what, mate, that Nando's was it was a takeaway one.
Takeaway.
How we doing, Overlord?
Not quite the same as in house. The butterfly chicken, my peri-peri spice with the peri-peri salt and pepper on the chips, some of the banging garlic bread, maybe definitely. A bit of coleslaw.
But trouble is, though, when you do that, if you take it away, it works out about £40-50 bloody cheaper than having it in. And that's for the drink. You take your drink away as well. Up here, Fuzzy.
You're always bloody negative, Anthony.
I know. Do you know what? That's been on stream with Jez. That's been on stream with Jez. That is.
Don't you start on my mate Jez.
Anything kills?
Jez, I got you, mate. I got you back.
Got your back. I was on a show with him earlier. He was doing a good show, with the Brighton and Bayern Munich game coming up in the Champions League. Yeah, it was good.
Good evening, Renee. How we coping well? Kills all sound like to each other. So, Bud, you've been just watching the football today, or you just kind of anything celebrating?
Well, I've been trying to watch the football. The bottom of the glass was far more interesting.
Lovely.
And well, if you know me, you know that I'm going to get a few down me, and I'm probably not suitable for live TV.
That's all good stuff, isn't it? All good stuff. I mean, what did you make of the game yesterday, Budge?
I've got to be honest with you. I thought it was a wonderful game. I didn't really see it all. I've got to be honest with you. But I saw the result, and that told me it was a great game. I mean, at the moment, we are really scratching for results. Really scratching. And to get a 2-1 win at any ground against any opposition is good at this time of the year. You know, it put us back into 6th temporarily. I think we're 7th now.
Yep.
I'm happy. I'm quite happy. You know.
Good stuff. Good. Yeah, it's good goal from Ward Prowse. LTL Cockerell, good evening, Tony Apple as well. Take your 3 points a run. We definitely will do that. Hey, Jez, good evening, mate. I wonder where he was. How you keeping? Heard you had a good show event on the early one. LTL. They're all saying hello to each other.
Jez, I want you to know, now that you're in the chat, I want you to know I've been sticking up for you, mate. These other wankers, they've all tried to get you down, mate. Not me. You know me better than that, Jez.
I brought my red wine in homage to Jez.
Absolutely.
Oh, right.
I just come on, Jez.
We are European champions and massive. There you go. So, Anthony, how do you feel being top with the weekend's results? Gone in your favour?
Oh, well, yeah, you can see that he's gone in our favour. I knew Man City won. You know, obviously they beat Palace 4-2. Obviously we beat Brighton 3-0. Do you know what? I thought that was a good result because, in all fairness, Declan Rice, he didn't do is what he normally does, right? But he just did enough in that game, and that was it. That was all we needed of him. I think, to be honest with you, I think Rice actually used a bit of this because the best game he's going to be playing in is the Bayern Munich game in the Champions League. That's what the best game he's going to be featuring in. We're expecting Declan Rice, obviously, to do what he normally does best, and that's control the areas of certain, well, up and down the pitch, and obviously putting 100%. We're sort of worried about, you know, I don't think there's anything to worry about, I'll be honest with you, because if you cast your mind back, when we drew 0-0 with Man City, our centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel, yeah, they stopped Haaland. And as far as I'm concerned, if you can stop Haaland, you can stop a certain Harry Kane, in my opinion.
Interesting.
What did everyone think about the penalty yesterday in the Brighton game? I've seen on social media and all that people saying, you know, it's contentious and one thing or another. I think it's a penalty all day long, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a penalty day all day long, and then Saka obviously stepped up, you know, and scored that penalty. This is something he's actually said. He's been training on penalties now, Saka, in the training ground. So it was a good sign penalty, well taken. You know, a win's a win. Look at the Man United game and Liverpool game today. I mean, you know, that sort of went in our favour. Yeah, I would have liked Man United to have won the game, but I got to be honest with you, that penalty decision with the Man United and Liverpool game, personally, in my opinion, I didn't think it was a penalty.
Yeah, it seemed a bit soft. It did seem a bit soft.
There was no VAR getting involved. You know, we didn't see no replay or nothing of that of the challenge. I know Wan-Bissaka made the challenge and he went down. I forgot the player's name. He went down. What's his name?
Harvey Elliott, I think.
Harvey Elliott, that's it. Yeah, the one who's got his hair like it's like a pop noodle, isn't it? And he went down, and obviously, I think it was because of Salah, because Salah wasn't playing great. He wasn't really in that game, to be honest with you. And obviously, it was just like, let's just give a penalty, let Salah score, and that was it. That's the only reason I can think of. But
because I think he scored a shot a couple of minutes beforehand, didn't he? Before the penalty decision, I remember rightly.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, fair play to Man United. You know, I think they really played well. They hung on in there, and that. And Buzz, have you had a haircut?
Yes.
I thought so. Right after the show, you give me the guy's name. Give me the guy's name and number, and I'll get your money back for you. All right.
It would have been cheaper to have your ears lowered.
That's about one more time.
Cheap to have the ears lowered.
No, this was done for free. This was.
Oh,
This,
was
this,
it?
Yeah,
this, is this is Mama's
Is
place.
I do think on the Wan-Bissaka challenge, I mean, it's such a poor challenge throwing himself in there like that
Yeah.
he just gives the opportunity to give the penalty. He doesn't even really, I don't think he needs to do that. I think Elliott does leave his foot in a little bit and kind of go over his leg, but he's just give the referee a decision to make, and it's not. I don't think it's not getting overturned, is it?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
It's one of them.
But
Well,
it doesn't stop
But
the
Jeff,
conceded
don't
goal.
you think Wan-Bissaka is a player that you would have at West Ham?
Yeah, I'd take Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I'd have him. Yeah.
I'd have him. Yeah, because I don't think he's a bad player.
No. He's a great alternative to Soufal.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I'd say on that. I like this comment here from Drew. He says, "Did you know you can give the other team a free kick if you clear the ball from the edge of your box? It must be a new rule only Spurs know about." There's a few Spurs people in here tonight anyway as well. Eltel saying, "Smash the likes up, El Tony to another 3 points." Take care, Henry. Thanks for being on. We'll see you next time.
Take care, Henry.
Meta Football TV, welcome onto the channel as well. Smash the likes of these amazing people. Big up from the lane. Thank you very much. Welcome to you as well. They're all saying hello to each other. Catching up some of the comments. Yeah, I mean, obviously, with Budgie for us and that. I mean, what was good to see is that, as Jeff said earlier on, Chelsea slipping up.
Yeah. I mean, listen, clearly, anyone around us slipping up is good for us. But we got to maintain the winning mentality. Otherwise, it's not going to mean fuck all to us, really. I just want to say, I want to give a big shout out to Mama Flossie, who does the moderating and stuff. Does a brilliant job. Mama, you're a legend. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big up, Mama.
Okay, he's the top goal scorer in Germany in the Champions League this season. Good luck on trying to stop him. You need. Yeah, he's setting records out there, isn't he? He has actually set records.
Yeah.
Stay to take a cold shower and do a short clip of yours like we do not judge. Lots of news face in the chat. Please make sure to hit the likes and sub to the channel. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mama Flossie, as always. They will say no to each other. Talking ball, big up from a Spurs boy. Yeah, big up Cole. Hope you're keeping well. Good to see you. So, Anthony, do you think you can stick it out till the end?
I think we can. I was saying it earlier on Jez's show. What it is, compared from last season to this season, so we've got there's 7 games left now in the Premier League. We're all right physically and stuff like that, but he's up here mentally. And from now to the end of the season, you've got to go in that game. You've got to have your mindset, a good mindset, mentally, and then I think we could be all right. I think we can probably get it over the line. The Champions League to me is a different story. I feel that we can. I think we got more chance of winning the Premier League, if I'm honest, than the Champions League. If we can beat Bayern Munich, go into the semi-finals of Champions League, that's great. But I did say beginning this season, we will get to the quarterfinals. Anything after the quarterfinals, to me, is a bonus. So so we're really doing well in that. But personally, for me, myself, I want the Premier League. But I want both. Don't get me wrong. I am a bit of a greedy bastard, but that's what
the Nando said as well.
Oh, it was lovely, Tim. Oh, that's the second time I've had a Nando's in my lifetime. Second time, and it was lovely. And you know what? I heard what Fuzzy said because I was actually watching the show in the car on the way down. Obviously, in on the dashboard, like sort of thing. I got in the phone order. So I went, obviously you won't be on the phone drive and that. So it's near folks, don't do it. It's bad. But yeah, I heard what Fuzzy said, so I thought I had to pop in and put a comment in and see what.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we'll do it for you guys. We'll win the league for you, mate.
One thing about Arsenal this year, they don't look like joking, do they? They look like they could get over the line this year, I think.
Stop
Yeah.
flipping jinxing it, mate. What's up with you?
Yeah, I think they
God.
could. I think they can. I think we're better mentally this season than last season. I think we were. I mean, season before that we finished fifth. I mean, we were top of the league. We got too carried away, and we bottled it last season. We weren't right. We weren't right up here mentally. So now we've listen. Declan Rice. That's the only one name I'm going to say to you now is Declan Rice. With him coming in, you can actually see the difference throughout the whole team, and that is the
It
key
ain't
for us.
bad. It ain't bad. 105 million for a mediocre player, is it?
Oh yeah, this is superb, buddy. Superb. But then again, you've bought well out of it, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? The money we've given you, you've bought well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not.
And
I'm not unhappy with that at all. I've got to be
no,
honest.
no.
Keep jinxing it, please.
Daniel, you got no chance, mate. That's it. You're going to choke. It's got to happen. It happens every year. Come on.
I mean, if it's not going to be, if it's not going to be this year, right? I need you to think it'll be next year. Let's put it that way.
Well, it could be next year, but I'm sorry, but Mikel Arteta for me has got to deliver this year. He's got to deliver this year. If he doesn't, then there should be questions asked. I mean, with him being in charge, he's had £750 million to spend. Man City has spent nowhere near that. Liverpool, they haven't spent nowhere near that. So, there's got to be questions asked from the board. But I think where they've got this bond, Arteta, Edu, and obviously the Cronkies, I feel he's going to be around for a while. So,
Mate, it's more like the Crankies. I'm sorry, Anthony, but look, I've got to be completely honest now, right? I actually do admire Arsenal to some degree, but the fact is that when they get into a position of authority, or like, they just choke. They just do. It's kind of, you can kind of rely on it. You can set your clock by it. They choke, and they will choke, at some point. And look, don't get me wrong. I would rather see Arsenal win than any of the other teams that are in contention, because they're a London club. That's the only reason. I'm not an Arsenal fan, as you know, but I think that Arsenal haven't got the stability in the background that clubs like Man City and Liverpool have got. I mean, we know that Jurgen Klopp's going to go at the end of the season, but every single one of them players want to give 150% for him before he goes. At the moment, Mikel Arteta has got very little to motivate the squad with. Very little, because like you just said, Anthony, if he don't deliver this year, you want him gone. That's quite a familiar phrase from Arsenal fans. And the Arsenal players and the team and the club, the management, they hear those comments. Whether we believe it or not, they do hear those comments. And to me, I think if you guys want to win the league, you've got to get behind Arteta. You can't get just behind the team. You got to get behind your manager.
Yeah,
that's just how I see it.
Yeah, well, no, you're right, Budge. I just basically, when you've gone 20 years, if we don't win nothing, it's 20 years without a Premier League trophy. And being a club that we always know what Arsenal was like, huh?
For 53 years without silverware.
Well, I know, Budge. I'm sorry, mate, but I mean, it's one of those things, I mean, like what we knew Arsenal years ago. I mean, you look at going back years ago. George Graham for me was the best manager for Arsenal. 6 trophies in 8 seasons. That's it. That's the Arsenal I grew up. That's the Arsenal I watched. But
yet, every Arsenal fan I speak to all revere Arsene Wenger.
Wenger, yeah. I think what it is with him, obviously you got the you got the invincible season, but personally, I think Wenger was he was there on merit because he was the one that can spot talent, bring in a player for cheap for like £1 million, and we knew we was going to sell him for about 25, 30 million. Then I think that was what he was there. That kept him in the job the longest, was doing that.
There's one for you.
The thing is with George Graham was like,
Arteta. Oh God, no.
thing is with George Graham, he was a proper old school manager, wasn't he, of his era. And then you look at Arteta, he actually came in and basically modernised football with Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
think
the other thing, of course, was that with Arteta, sorry, not with Arteta, with George Graham, Arsenal were explosive. They were an explosive club. They would, they would be like lagging 2-0, and they would like shit out a 3-2 win or whatever, But like Arsenal were explosive under George Graham. Under Arsene Wenger, they were more stable. They were more consistent.
Yeah.
They kind of had a bit more of a style about them, rather than go all guns blazing. They were more cultured, more structured, if you like. Under Wenger.
It was, and I think, to be honest with you, when he come in, he introduced this dieting towards players. They had to stick to this certain diet, which they did. And I mean, for they weren't even allowed to drink a cup of tea. Wenger said you're not allowed to drink tea. And I can remember Ian Wright saying on his interview, he said, when we went away and we were playing in the Champions League, obviously if it was local where we can get a boat, because obviously Bergkamp, his fear of flying, because he never flew. He said, I can remember, he said, we were in the, I think it was a Champion or Europa League game or something like that. And in the hotel, he sneaked a tea bag in. He had a cup of tea in, right? And Bergkamp grassed him up. It's true.
They're the teammates you want, isn't they?
Might grass them up for a large gin and tonic, but for a cup of tea.
Yeah, he grassed him up over a cup of tea. I'll tell you that now.
I mean, I just look at your last kind of domestic fixtures coming out, aren't you? You obviously got Villa next.
Yeah,
that's at the Emirates, and then after that, you then play Wolves. Not an easy game to go to either.
No.
Then you've got Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then the crunch one, and the North London derby. You're away to the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah.
2:00 kickoff. Then you've got Bournemouth. And then you play Man United.
Yeah.
So that should be an interesting one with you and Fuzzy on the
Wednesday night. That will definitely be the do you know what? I hate to say this, but if there's any team that can most probably stop us winning that Premier League, I think it most probably be I hate to say it, it most probably be Man United, because what they've done, they've knocked Liverpool out the FA Cup. They drew 2-2. All right, they had a good performance, but I couldn't believe they lost that game against Chelsea the other night, Man United. That was such a giveaway. And I was looking all over different streams, Man United streams, and I tell you what, I mean, did I feel for them? No. But, it's just one of those things that you've got to prepare yourself. I mean, Chelsea can turn a game around. They could pull, a result out the bag like that. The same like with Wolves, Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa are doing really well at the minute. There's Tottenham. I mean, you've got Aston Villa and Tottenham, both of them fighting out the fourth spot. Do you know what I mean? So, and Tottenham's going to be up for it at their ground, because they don't want us to win or go on to win the Premier League if we beat them at their ground, because the amount of Arsenal fans that turn around and say that's the reason why we won the Premier League was because we beat Tottenham at their ground, and they knew we're going to say it. So do you know what I mean? We'll take the piss eventually, but that's it, like, sort of thing. But it's a hard running team. We got out the 3 teams, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. We got the hardest running.
Yes. So it'd be interesting to see what they're coming into. But you can't discount. I mean, like I think it's just said, it's good to see it at the moment. There's 3 teams, and it just tops and turns all the time. The only thing that's kind of keeping you in favour at the moment is your massive goal difference.
That's right, and we got to do that. And we were panicking against Brighton because when we saw the lineup, we seen Schenko playing left back. We were thinking, "Oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on here?" But at the end of the day, he played him. All right, he was average. I will say he was average in that game. But if we can't play Kivuar there, I'd rather play Tommy Yasu on that left back. To be honest with you, Zinni, I don't want him nowhere near the squad. Don't change it. And with Mikel Arteta, because he's got this strategy of this team now, picking the players. Don't swap, don't change. In other words, if it ain't broke, if it's not broken, you don't fix it.
No, exactly.
So there you go.
Yeah, Stu from the disabled team says to you, Anthony, Tottenham would rather put hot pins in their backsides than let Arsenal get a win at the Lane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Tottenham are going to have quite a big say.
At the Tottenham Stadium there, so they say, yeah.
Because he's got a picture of that one.
Don't forget, there's a lot of Spurs people in the chat, Anthony. There's a lot of Spurs people in the chat today.
Tottenham have got quite a big say in the running, haven't they? They've got to play all 3 of them, haven't they? I think.
Yes, yeah.
So they could really have a big say in determining or not where the title actually goes,
Yeah, and Man United as well with Arsenal. We got them game 37. That obviously the last game, the game before the last game of the season. But I'll tell you what, Man United would definitely be up for that game, and obviously still with Arsenal. But that's a game that can go any way, in my opinion, between Arsenal and Man United.
Yeah. What's our running, Tony?
Our running. Let's have a quick butchers.
But you don't want to know, mate. God, blimey.
We've got Fulham and Palace, haven't we? Next 2. Then I know have we got City after that? Then Luton.
No, so you've got Fulham, Crystal Palace, then Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Chelsea, then Luton, and then the last game is away at City.
That's 21 points, right, to me?
You better win this game.
Yeah, exactly, Budgie. I know, Anthony, I know.
So what? City is our last game of the season?
Yes.
Yeah, away.
Is it a home game?
No, away.
No.
Away, all right. Because we had
our last home game.
Luton Town.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem, he says.
Lawrence is asking us
the last couple of games.
Lawrence Watson is asking Tony question, which team is massive? Well, we know that, don't we? We know which team is massive.
Port Vale.
Oi, get off the channel.
Only London teams to hold the European title right now.
You'll be there, Daniel. One thing sure you can't put it off like that at Dean's Forest. Daniel, that's a mascot picture there. You noticed Chris Sutton was the Blackburn player. Yes, I thought I noticed that. Chris Sutton, bloody hell, that's going back some.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And, going to have to bring him in, Anthony, because obviously it's a tug of war.
Man. Is it who I think it is?
It's going to be Uncle.
What's going on?
Oh, Doc and Rods, all right, mate?
How you doing? How's everybody doing?
Not too bad.
Good, man.
Listen, I've probably promised him for a couple of weeks to come to your show and that. Come to your show. Can't stop longer. I need to have a shower and all that, man. Still, so I thought I'd come in and say hello to everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Rod,
Listen, some familiar faces. Hot Fuzz, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. We didn't
That's
lose to
right.
you. Didn't lose to you.
Yeah.
We
No, we didn't
remain
lose that one.
unbeaten. We've remained unbeaten against Liverpool all season.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You know what I mean? It's not going to get you a title, mind you, but you have. But,
Dropping
But
points
what
to
it
us ain't going to get you a title either.
no, I think we will do it. I think we will do it. I still think we'll do it. Listen, we're level points with Arsenal and everything now. It's only goal difference and stuff. And listen, they still got to go to Tottenham, you know. They still got to go to Spurs, and they don't do very well down there. Do you know what I mean? So we're waiting to see what happens. But you know what it is? I said before on a stream the important thing is today that we don't lose. That's the important thing is, you know, we don't lose. Because sometimes like, with Liverpool and they tend to play the occasion, not the actual game. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I think that was a case today. They played the occasion, not the game. Do you know what I mean? You know, few mistakes in that. But look, on the whole, at the day, it's a point. It's not the best result, but then again, it's not the worst result. You know what I mean? It's not the worst result. So I'm in between at the day. I'm not really angry. I'm more angry at some of the players at the day that didn't take their chances and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like the chance towards the end of the day, that could have just like killed it. Do you know what I mean? Luis Diaz at the day, you know what I mean, did what he's supposed to do. And I was saying to some guys, and they obviously had a like reaction show after. I'm saying to the guys, the problem is with the team at the moment, we haven't got no killers. There's no killers in the team. If you look at Man City, they've got killers. You know what I mean? They've got killers in there that sort of like will literally and they just kill off the game. Once they start getting one goal, they get more. They get one more. They get two more. Get three more, and then killed off the game. We don't seem to do that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We had many chances today, and then to kill off that game. Do you know what I mean? Even before Luis Diaz scored his goal, we could have killed that game up, killed that game already, but we never. Do you know what I mean? So something's got to change in that way of like, you know, more killers up front. Do you know what I mean? Taking their chances and so forth. Do you know what I mean? Because if you don't take your chances, what happens in the day is like the other team at the day will slowly get into the game, more into the game until they score a goal. If you make a mistake, because I don't know what Kansas was doing, passing that ball inside. Do you know what I mean? I thought, didn't you learn from last time with Darwin Núñez? He passed the ball inside and Fernandes literally at the end of the day, all he had to do was just hit it. All he had to do was just hit it. He didn't have to take a touch, just hit it. And he just did that and went back in the net. They should have closed down Kobe Mainoo a lot more sooner. Should have closed him down a lot more sooner. However, when Elliott come on the field, this is what I don't understand. When Elliott come on the field, he starts to make things happen. Yeah? He should have started. Elliott should have started. Because when he came on the field, he started to tick. And then, you know, we got the penalty, and then, you know, it's 2-2, and the rest is history. But, you know, that's the games that you get between Liverpool and Man United still. But, you know, you never lost, put it that way. My friend, you never lost.
That's the main thing, Uncle. I mean, as Lawrence turns around and says, you know, did he mean to get you out of bed to come onto the channel? He said that he's asking you.
Oh, no. You know what it was at the day? I was downstairs at the thing. I had something to eat, and I was on my phone to my friend in there. I was chatting. Then when I finished that, I loaded up the dishwasher and that, washing dishes because I don't like having dirty dishes overnight. I just like to get it done, so I've got a clean kitchen. Do you know what I mean? So I've done all that, and I come up. I said I was gonna have a shower, but what it was, I saw your link in there, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come in first, chat with you, man's there before I do go in the shower. But I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good. No, I'm glad you came in because obviously you was just getting your perspective on today's game. So appreciate that for coming in and saying hello to the panelists.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, mate.
Rod.
Yes, mate.
Big respect, mate. Nice to meet you. What's the general feeling around Liverpool fans with Salah's drop in form? Because let's be honest, there has been a massive drop in form.
You see, you know what it is, Nate? You know what it is? It all goes back to sort of like with the Mane issue. Yeah, with the Mane issue. Mane should never been sold at to Bayern Munich because when you had them two together, if Salah wasn't really clicking, Mane will get the goals. Do you know what I mean? And vice versa and stuff. I feel at the end of the day is this. At the end of the day, right, is that Salah should have had competition for his place. He hasn't got competition for his place. He knows he's going to sort of like start every game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Now he came off the other day, and this is what I don't like. Yeah. He came off the other day, right, and he was moaning, this and rare that, take me off and all that. Yeah. Right. Now when Mane did that, yeah, a couple of seasons ago, if you remember, when Mane did that, he got slated in the fan base.
Yeah, and dropped for a game.
Yeah, right. Now, Salah's done that, right? Everybody's lips are sealed. They ain't saying nothing. Saying nothing. Klopp starts him again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The problem is he's not performing anything that right is that he ain't got no competition, right?
Yeah.
So he can go out there and put out any performance that he wants. Guaranteed. Thursday when we play against Atalanta, guaranteed he's gonna start. I will stake my house on it that he will start, and he will start games after games after games. So I'm hoping the new manager that comes in sees that and said, like, you know what, you're not an actual starter. You know what I mean? You're not a direct starter unless you buck up your idea.
Fight to do it.
Because the thing is about it today, yeah, because that's what I'm trying to say. Because the thing is today, mate, when you check it, right, the only thing that he done right and they was scored a penalty. That's it. That was it. Apart from that,
you can bring somebody off the bench to score a penalty.
Exactly. So really and truly, when you put it down to, when you think about it, brother, he did nothing. You know what I mean? He did nothing. I mean, I did a watch along today, and I was slating him.
I thought he had a couple of good chances today, and I felt that he completely ruined those chances that he had.
He had
he wasn't sharp. I mean,
mate, he had 3 or 4 chances.
I mean, normally he's like a razor blade.
Yes,
but over the last few months, he's been quite,
poor. Don't mince your words. Say it. He's been poor. Because I will say he's been poor. He's been poor.
I've got to be honest.
To be fair, right, I counted about 3 or 4 chances, 3 or 4 chances that Salah had today to put that game to bed, and and he fluffed all 3 or 4 of them. He fluffed them. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying?
Now, Salah's got the potential to be the best right winger in the Premier League every year.
Yeah.
But he has these periods where he kind of puts himself like in a position where he's not effective, he's not creating, he's not scoring, he's not assisting.
Yeah.
And therefore he becomes inconsistent.
Facts. No, facts. In fact,
that hasn't been him for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
He's been consistent for 5 years or more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for the last 18 months or so, his consistency levels have dropped through the floor. And I mean, I know a few Liverpool fans over my local pub, and they're really frustrated with him because they all know he's got the potential to be the Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the moment, he's like not even knocking on the door of it.
No, he's poor because the thing is about is this. Salah strikes me as a person today. If he can't score a goal, he doesn't want to know. If he can't score a goal, he just don't want to know. That's it. He don't want to know.
Quite a selfish player. I know that.
Exactly. Because the fact of the day, right? When we played Man United at Anfield, right? He could have played in to Shimikas, and to Shimikas, trust me, would have just had a tap in. There's an open goal there without a tap in. All he had to do was just play him in. Do you know he took a shot and fluffed his lines?
Yeah, side-netted it.
Yeah, I mean, ended up sort of like drawing that game 0-0. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's a very selfish player. Mane, if you remember a couple of seasons ago when Mane got hooked off, and Mane was fuming again. He said to me, he said to Klopp, he could have passed to me. I was right there. We could have scored more.
I always felt that Mane was a better player.
Yeah. I thought Barnes was a better player. Because, all right, check this now, right? When we first bought Mane from Southampton for 26 million, right? Trust me, at the day, I was the first ones that day. I didn't rate him. I'm not gonna say I did rate him. I didn't rate him at first, right? But when they come in, I saw what he can do. I said, I rate this player, right? So he came in on the right hand side of midfield, and he scored a couple of goals, right? Yeah. Then the following season, we bought Salah in the day, right? And then moving him out to the left. Yeah. So he said, all right, no problem. I'll go out to the left. I still score goals. And what did he do? Went out to the left and he scored goals. We bought Luis Diaz. And I said, all right, then you got to go into the centre now. And he goes, fair enough. I'll go in the centre. I still score goals. And he did score goals. Do you know what I mean? So basically, a day, right? When you look at Salah now, Salah can only play on the right-hand side. You know what I mean? You put Salah in the centre, he's ineffective. Put him on the left, he's ineffective. He's only effective on the right-hand side. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But he's selectively effective on the right-hand side at the moment.
Sorry?
He's kind of selectively effective on the right now at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there are games where you kind of, like, you would expect Salah to get himself a couple of goals at least. And he's not even getting an assist.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
Facts.
And, you know, unfortunately, that's what being the kind of number one player in a club can do to certain players. I mean, it didn't happen to the likes of Thierry Henry. It didn't happen to Ian Wright when he was at Arsenal. It didn't happen to Alan Shearer when he was at Newcastle. You know, the list goes on. There are players that can be the number one at a club and perform out of their skin week in, week out. And then you kind of realise, oh, yeah, I understand why he's number one. But with Mo Salah at the moment, it's like, oh, I've got number one status. All right, I'll just sit back for a bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
You're right. You need to be number one all the time you wear that shirt and represent this club or that, you know, your club. Yeah, and that's why we like people like Craig Dawson, for example. Not particularly the best or the most flair player on the pitch. Not particularly. How many England caps did he get? One, maybe, at max, you know. But you ask any West Ham fan in the recent era, who's your favourite defender that West Ham have had? They're all going to say Craig Dawson, because every time that man pulled on the shirt, it meant something to him.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
You know? And right now, there are certain players, and I'm not just digging out Mo Salah. You know, there are certain players that aren't playing for the shirt anymore. They're playing for their own personal gain. That's not football. That's not football.
That's the unfortunate way it's going. I mean, look at this one here.
Can't disagree with him.
You've got Meta Football saying here, Liverpool selling Sane was a shot in the foot. What a way to destroy a perfect front three.
Yeah, exactly.
100% facts. But before you say that, I just want to say goodbye to Jez. I'll still doing more. If you can, don't forget this guy's channel. Great content he does all the time. And Anthony was with him earlier.
Yeah, bro. Jez, big up.
Big up, Jez. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Big up, man. You know what it is? You know what it is at the day? All what my fellow West Ham said, friend said, I can't disagree with. That comment at the day, I can't disagree with. And that's the point I'm trying to make. I can't disagree with it. Do you know what I mean? Because number one, they did destroy a perfectly good front three. What they should have done with Mane, they should have said to Mane, look, at the end of the day, right, we can't give you 400 grand a week, but we'll meet you halfway. We'll give you 325 and try and like top it up with sort of like bonuses and so forth. I'm sure that Mane would have gone for that. You understand what I'm saying? But you totally at the end of the day blanked him at the end of the day, right? And said, well, you know, if you want to go, you can go. And what we do, we use that money from your wages at the day to give the fucking Salah. And meanwhile, Salah at the day, right, he's got what he wanted. He's got what he wanted now. And now at the day, he's kicking back. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now we are all. Some of us at the day are old enough at the day to know when certain players at the day will play for your club. They will play for your club. You know what I mean? They'll play for the badge. When I look back at people like sort of like Ian Rush at the end of the day, play for the club. Kenny Dalglish, play for the club. Do you know what I mean?
It pains me to say, Jamie Redknapp
play for the club. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, for that badge.
Yeah, my cousin at the day, right? My cousin that used to play for Luton Town. He played for Luton Town, and he played for Tottenham. He played for West Ham, Millwall, and day, right? Mitchell Thomas at the day, right? I know for a fact at the day, right? Whatever club he played for that badge.
Play for the club.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He played for, and that's what you got to do. And it's true what you're saying. You got players now these days at the day, right? Are just playing for their own personal gain. Salah in the day is like to break records in the day. But this is the 7th season in the day. He scored 20 goals in all competitions. Yeah,
Mm.
he's only worried about records and everything that. Well, I'm not being funny at the day, right? I'm not being funny. I want to win trophies. And if
We
you're
all do.
only here
We
at
all
the-
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're only here to break records and everything that, right? Well, break them somewhere else.
Exactly.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, Uncle, while you got the chance doing that, if you can, don't forget to sub to the straw chewing gooner. I drive a tractor. Yeah, he's a good guy. Good
Yeah, I
channel
will.
he does. Yeah.
I will. It's George and Goody there. Who's that? That's you. That's what I'm talking to now, isn't it? You see that there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. That's not my channel. Is somebody is putting funny things in the chat.
And you want me to subscribe to it? Oh, God, come on now. Yeah, but you know what? I can't disagree with it. All that was said. I can't disagree.
Good chat. Yeah.
You know,
Good
and
chat.
you know, and stuff and like.
Well, mute yourself.
No worries, Patrick. Yeah, look, as Mama Flush said, players of today play for the money, and that is a big problem, isn't it? It is a big problem.
It is big problem.
While we're getting to the end there, and that, let's as we've got a few in the panel, and that Uncle, as you come in last, if you'd like to shout your channel out first.
Oh, okay. Listen, big up to everybody on the panel. Big up, enough respect. And what I do, I promise next week and then I will come in much more earlier. Do you know what I mean? Earlier, so we can have a good chat. You know what I mean? Because you see, Early Doors is a guy that I respect. I've got a lot of respect for. He comes in my channel and anything that sometimes, and he talks a lot of sense. Hot fuzz at the end of the day, right? Well, you know, I've got respect for you straight up. You know, the amount of respect I got for you and everything that. Do you know what I mean? Because you're one of these Man United fans at the day that you're level-headed. You know what I mean? You're level-headed, great guy. Do you know what I mean? The other Arsenal guy, that one from, I think you're from West Country, yes, sir?
Yeah, I'm from Bristol. Yeah.
Bristol. I might be moving up there soon. You know, you never know.
Ah,
I might be moving up there. That's on my mind. But big up to you and everything that. Big up to you. I hope you're
big
well.
on, Rob.
And the West Ham fan I was just talking to and everything that, right? Listen, 100% facts, man. You just talked 100% facts. You know what I mean? And to be honest, with you, I couldn't disagree with anything you said. I couldn't disagree with it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and you talked 100%. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you, my friend. You know what I mean?
And you, my friend. And it's been an honour to meet up with you for the first time.
Definitely. I hope we meet up. I hope we get to talk again. The one in the up, that's up above you. Big up to you. Didn't get to speak to you, but big up to you,
Uncle
my
Rod. Nice to meet you.
That's
Nice to
Jeff.
meet you,
That's
my man.
our own Ronnie Bubble, that is.
Yeah.
Ronnie Bubble, big up. You know what I mean? Big up. Nice to meet you. Listen, most respect to everyone in the panel. You can find me at Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube, Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram, Anfield Uncle Rods on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I've gone past the 3,000 mark now. Do you know what I mean?
Well
So my next target is 5,000. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So hopefully we'll get to that. And also Hot Fuzz and Early Doors should be on my channel tomorrow where we have another chat about this game and all sorts of stuff and everything that. It's a good chat, rather for talk show. It's a good chat and everything that. So guys, if you're available and you can tune in and everything that. But much respect to you for letting me come on your show. Do you know what I mean?
No
I hope
problem at all.
everybody enjoys the rest of the night and enjoys their week as well. Take care, guys. Love and respect. Take care.
Cheers, Unks.
Yeah, Uncle Rob.
Take care.
Jeff, if you'd like to shout yourself out, please.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Nice to meet all you guys. Thanks for having me on your show. I know you do a regular slot here, so I really appreciate you having me on. I've got a channel called the Bowling Lounge. We do a talk show on a Tuesday night. So hopefully maybe you guys will come and join us in the Bowling Lounge and we'll have a chat on a Tuesday. Big up to the chat. Nice to meet you all. And once again, thanks for having me on. It's been a good chat, and hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Absolutely, Jeff. Absolutely. That's for sure. Bud, you'd like to shout yourself out, please?
Thank you. Thank you, Tony, for inviting me on. Thank you for allowing me on after coming back from the pub list. I really appreciate that. You can find me every Wednesday night on West Ham Network, Old School Hammers, with my mate Kieran from Australia. I've also got my own channel, Green Street Elite. chat to people about their love of football. So if anybody wants to come and talk to me, please email me at greenstreet.elites, spelt with E's, no I in it, at gmail.com. Find me. You'll find me somehow. Budgie Green Street on Facebook. Come and see me and I'll interview you. Thanks,
Brilliant
Tony.
stuff. Brilliant. Well, you're just going to cut more chance. I've just got to Lawrence. Tony, great channel, mate. You become a massive. Appreciate it, Lawrence.
Like
Again,
West
as
Ham.
always, of course, as West Ham, as always. It's a fact, obviously, people like you in the chat, obviously, a great panelists. And, if you look at it to my left and just down below me, my two hosts on a Wednesday night, we make it what it is as well, basically. So, just answering your question here, Meta Football, when we're on next, I am with the Man United fan to my left, the Arsenal fan just below me on Wednesday nights, 8:30 for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Ooh, who's going to be where on that picture on the thumbnail this time?
Oh, well, I don't know. It ain't gonna be me. I'm not in the ugly section. Sod that.
We
Oh,
shall
he's
see.
It's always good. It's rarely bad, and not very often is it very ugly.
Thank you very much, Budge. Appreciate that. That's for
Cheers,
sure.
bud.
Also,
He's on about you too.
yeah, probably is, mate. Yeah, probably is. It's just the filters on my face make me look like this. Jess, who I Talks Football fan channel, go and see her channel and that. Great channel, good people on there as well, and that, and also it's good to be on their part as well. As Jess said, she's a legend, channel legend as well. Big up to Dave, old school gunner. All right, lads. Big up to everyone on the panel in the chat.
Yes.
By the lovely Chris.
Big up the eyebrows.
At the hairs like shovels, yeah, like eyebrows. Just not biting me. Fuzz, would you like to start your good self out, please?
Yeah, you'll find me on Others44 OG on the YouTube and Instagram. I was going to do a match reaction to this game, but I'm absolutely shattered after today. I'll probably give my in-depth thoughts and verdicts on Uncle Rod's show tomorrow. If that, for whatever reason, doesn't happen, I'll do the stream nonetheless tomorrow night, going over the game and as well as all other chat to do with Manchester United. So catch me guaranteed tomorrow night. And then again on the Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I vouch for myself. I bags the top spot again. I bags the. If I write myself out of ugly, you can't put me there. I've just had a haircut. You can't call me ugly, because otherwise you'll insult my mother. But anyways, big ups to everybody in the chat. Big ups to everybody on the panel as well. And it's been lovely to meet the Bowling Lounge as well. Jeff, it's been a pleasure to meet you, and good to speak with Budgie again. It's always a pleasure to have you on the panel, and also good to see Uncle Rod's pop in for a bit. And always a pleasure to share the screen with these two here as well. And I hope that cheeky Nando's was worth it.
Oh, it was.
Was it a cheeky Nando's to celebrate birthday, or was it cheeky Nando's to celebrate being top of the league?
I think it was a bit of both, to be honest with you, Buzz. Mainly, I think it may have been the top of the league, but I hope you stay there. Did you notice when Uncle Rod's, when he come on, my phone went down? I hope that is not a fucking omen. I'll be honest with you. I hope it didn't go on to win the league.
I reckon you should label that cheeky Nando's as a birthday treat, because at least you can have that every year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is where we find out that everyone was sat around the table in full Arsenal kits.
Fair play to Tony. This is what I mean. You've got the Bowling Lounge here. You've got Budgie. I've seen Kira not on there. And you know what? It's nice to actually see West Ham fans on here to talk some bloody sense. You don't think, but the rest of you do. But big up to you,
Bless you, mate. Bless you.
And old school gunner as well. Great guy, Dave. He's good to see him there as well. Fuzzy is always good. He's indeed Mama Flossie, and he loves the peri. Fuzzy always has the cleanest home. Indeed,
plaudits to Kenny Ken.
It's all the mate he keeps picking up.
Anthony, what about yourself? What would you like to say about your good self?
Oh well, listen. It was nice to meet the Bone and Life for the first time. You know, I come on here again, brilliant. Budgie, like always, I like you, Budgie. You're a sound guy. You give it the facts. You know, you say how it is. Respect you, and also, you know, with your mate as well, Kieran. You know, I like watching your show after we come off our show. Me and Tony were in the background in the studio, but we're both watching you at the same time. So you know, he's good stuff. And you know what, you lot of West Ham fans, and you know your team inside out more so than this guy above me, and respect to that. And I respect you, Tony, you know, for me coming on. But yeah, you can find me on this channel, Early Doors TV, and we do the good, the bad, the ugly, and also we do the Sunday night takeaway. You can also see me on Jez Collins show, Arsenal history and more. From time to time, I'll be popping on there, you know, a little bit more as well. And basically, thanks for everybody in the chat, and make sure you subscribe to everybody's channel that's on here.
Thank you very much, mate.
That was kind of like, I love everybody. Here, Tony, here's a bag of dog poo for you.
Yes, a full bag, Budgie. Full bag. One of those you can't tie a knot into it. Do you know what I mean?
But you should see my garden though, Budgie. Them roses are looking absolutely lovely. I tell you that now. Despite the team colour or history, if it's done with respect, it's all good. Great channel host. Appreciate Meta Football, and that's what it's all about. You know, we have teams all coming into here, all various people: Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea. We had on here as well. We all get some Spurs people on as well, and it's all about it's all about giving each other the chance to talk and basically what we do. I mean, Budgie did it for us.
Any Spurs fans on here, just don't promise them a trophy, and then they'll turn up.
Yeah.
I was going to say though, Budgie, if you look at this is what the show's about. It's about having a little ramble and talk as if we were sitting in the pub. You did it for us. You all drunk for us, and then brought it into the show tonight, and that's what we love, mate.
Yeah, no, great. Thanks.
No, it's been all the best, lads. Thank guys. Been a great stream. Thanks, chat. Been awesome. And Chris agree. Brilliant. And on that final shout, we are basically out. So if you want to say goodbye, goodbye. We'll catch you next time.
Everyone.
Take care. Bye bye.
Happy